There are so many personal development books, but so little time to read them all. What if I told you there's an app for that? Hi, I'm Charlotte from Keep Productive. I focus on mindful productivity tools, and today we are looking at Headway, the bite-sized learning app. Headway is one of those clever little apps that just makes your life so much easier. I've actually already spoken about this app to my friends and my family because I just think it's just genius, and I personally love it. So if you love to read, you have shelves and shelves full of personal development books or non-fiction books, then this app essentially takes all the snippets, the little bits that you actually need to know and you actually want to learn into little bite-sized little chunks of learning that you can either read on your phone or you can listen to in audio. With the app, when you first start, you can choose things that you want to learn, your goals, your achievements, what you want to improve on, and the app will suggest challenges and sequences of books to match what you've chosen. So essentially, you say, for example, I want to get better at finance. The app will then suggest all of these non-fiction books about finance and about money, and you will receive little bite-sized versions that you can read or listen to. Because with some of these books, like some of them are huge. Do I have one here? Right, Atomic Habits. Like, it's a great book. It's really big, but on Headway, all of the little bits that you need to know are just there in little 15-minute bits. Oh, I've ruined my shelf now. So some key features of Headway. So of course, the basis of this are summarized non-fiction books. You can listen to or read these little snippets of books. You can even listen to a little summary before you dive into it as well. So you also get challenges. These are, like I mentioned, if you chose finance, these are set books depending on what you have picked. You will be given a challenge of a sequence of books that will improve your development in that area. There's also infographics. So like on Pinterest, like people can create nice pretty images to summarize and explain something. There's infographics like that for each book. So there's a book called the 80-20 rule. There's an infographic on there where it just visually explains what the book is about and little key points that you can take away from it. There's insights. I think this is a cool little feature. It's kind of like Instagram stories or something like that. So you just click through it and it just shows you like a little quote or a little snippet from a range of different books. You also have a collection. So in the collections area, it seems quite obvious, there's a collection of books that are similar. So for example, there's a collection of books about creating habits, for stressing less, for improving relationships and so on. To make sure that you take in the information and you learn, you can also use the repetition feature, which kind of creates things that you highlight in the book as little flashcards. So you can look back and click through the things that you want to remember. And then finally, we have achievements. You'll receive a badge every time you unlock something new, or you've completed a book, or you've completed a challenge. I think this is just a good way to encourage people to continue using the app, to continue reading books. This app is great for anybody who loves to read, never really finds the time to read, and is just too busy to sit down and finish a whole entire book. It's perfect for people who want to learn, to grow, to heal, to practice mindfulness. And it's even more perfect for anybody who's busy on the go. So say, for example, if you need to catch the train for an hour to get to work, you can pop your headphones in and you could probably complete quite a few books just on that one journey. So let's talk about pricing and the value of the app. Of course, with the free version, you do get a challenge, so you do get access to some books to begin with. You also get a free daily read, so like a free read of like the 15 minutes of a certain book. But if you want to choose your own book, your own challenge and explore further, then you will have to upgrade. Now, this is one of those apps where you are constantly given pop-ups of like 70% off, 50% off, 40% off. So just stick around until you see one for like 70% off or 80% off for that first year. I think if you don't use one of the discounts, I think it's around £60 per year, which isn't too bad considering you get a whole entire year of unlimited personal development books. So for me, I think it's worth it. If you try it for a few days, you complete your daily reads, upgrade, use a discount, and then you've got unlimited books. If you couldn't already tell, I really like this app. I know I say that a lot about apps, but this one is actually so clever and I just love it, and I do still use it. An app that is related to books, personal development, mindfulness, learning, reading is always going to be a winner for me. Reading is one of the best ways to learn something new, and the fact that you can also choose to read it or plug in and listen to it, listen to the audio version. I just think it's so clever and just so good how you can learn everything that you need to know from a book in 15 minutes. So if you want to actively learn something new or change an area of your life, I definitely would recommend using Headway. I definitely think I waffled on about that too long. However, that was Headway. Let me know if you've used an app like this before or you're going to try this app, and I'll see you next time.